It's the NFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Chicago. It's the Eagles and the Bears. All that and more coming up next.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Up next, let's keep it in the NFC for this game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. Welcome, everybody. Kate Scott joined in the booth by Brock Heward. And in a minute, partner, we are going to kick off, and it'll be a moment both teams have fought for all season. A chance to win the conference title, and more importantly, punch that ticket to the Super Bowl.
There is so much. You can just feel it in this building. There is so much pomp and circumstance that comes with this game, and winning the conference title.
One of these teams and a spot in the Super Bowl. The NFC Championship is underway. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts is just one of those quarterbacks, Kate. You can feel it when he runs on the field. The guy is powerful. It's a big reason why he set a new NFL record by quarterbacks with 15 rushing touchdowns. Everybody tries to do the tush push, the QB sneak, but nobody can do it like Jalen. Why? Well, you squat 600 pounds, you run like a running back, and then he showed last year he could throw like some of the elite quarterbacks too.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 31. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. To the right side, complete, big gain here. That play good for 17 on a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll run here on first down. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. From the 19. The throw is caught. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. Hurts looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Third down from the gun. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And their first drive won't end in points as they turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And leading them out to the #1 overall pick in this year's draft out of USC, a player with immense promise, Caleb Williams.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He's got it, room to run. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bears first down. Running behind center with Swift. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Williams will look to throw. Allen there to haul it in. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Takes the handoff, now to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. His shot downfield will wind up incomplete.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the offense ready to head back out onto the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Option give here. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to tuck it and run. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. And the Bears bring in an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. Velus Jones deep to receive for the Bears. He's got it at the 22. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they'll begin this possession in just a moment. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Has his man, it's a Dunze. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And that is where they'll start the next drive. Back to throw, Hurts. He's got Smith. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's brought down at the line. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a short game. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 47. Goddard makes the catch. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Hurts. And they get this down to the 28. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He finds him right side. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get the game's first points here in the 2nd. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Williams set to pass. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To throw is Williams. Catch made by Allen. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Completed here to Komet. And they make this stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 37. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. And an inside handoff to Swift. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Only 1 yard for them, and now we'll see what they decide to do on 4th and short. Trying to push this past the marker. And he's tackled for a short gain. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it, and now they get themselves off the field.
The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Hurts. Got him in over the middle, complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Throwing here, Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Hurts looking to throw. This one finds Goddard. And they get this down to the 28. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Hurts to throw. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
He's going to field this at the 2. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action here. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled, well, for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking Keenan Allen's way there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Williams to throw. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
3rd and long, and that coordinator decides to dial up the pressure, and they get to the quarterback. You know why I love this call, Kate? It's not just because of the aggressive makeup, but you really dictate to that offense. 3rd and extra long is a great time to blitz, because either you get home like that, or the ball's got to come out way short of the sticks. Job well done defensively.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Hurts setting up to throw. Getting out to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll motion Brown right. On first down, they'll run. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. From the 32. Able to get it to Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down, ready to turn it into a negative play.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Hurts. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Has it in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Oh, it's a push with a tip. Pushing for the end zone. And he lost the football. It's knocked loose.
Man, did those sidelines get loud. I think we all had to figure out what the heck was going on and who recovered the ball.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's 2nd and goal. They're going play action. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before.
And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Bears going on offense here late in the half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off the deficit before halftime. Now Williams. He's got it, room to run. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. 2nd and 3 now. Williams set to pass. Able to get it to Moore. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. To throw, Williams. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. From the gun on 3rd down. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. Sending a receiver left. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. And they'll kneel it down. That's halftime. Only 2 quarters standing between one of these teams and the NFC spot in the Super Bowl. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the LA Chargers matching up against the Indianapolis Colts. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's send it back over to Kate and Brock.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. Here comes the offense for the Bears to begin the second half. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this 3rd quarter. Juke the defender. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Play action on first down. Has his man, it's Swift.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
The give here on 2nd. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down. Now here's Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll run now with Swift. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, He's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Going one again with Swift. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Running with Swift out of the gun. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
They'll run for this. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. Here's Williams. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete. Not on the same page that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now they're left with 4th and goal. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the gap closes to 14 points.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Eagles about set to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Fires down the middle, and it is caught. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. That's into the hands of Moore. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the give, it's Swift. And he'll do what he can. That carry gets to the 35-yard line. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Williams to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. To throw is Williams. Connection on the slant. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A handoff left for Swift. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. A 4-yard run, but it doesn't help a ton. It's 3rd and 12. He's dropping back to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The Eagles headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The Bears close it in, and they'll get him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the 1st sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Trying again following the sack. Into the hands of Campbell. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. The Bears into the nickel for 3rd down. That one's out and cut on the right side. And this one does not go far.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fielded at the 29. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, You see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. It's Bears football, and they face elimination. They trail to start the fourth. Second and 3 now. From the 47. That throw finds Komet. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Third down, 1 yard to go. Now Williams. Completed here to Komet. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They go play action on first. Komet brings it in. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They go play action here. Got Everett, and it's complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball. Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
To the air, 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down. To throw, Williams. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go to Barkley again. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. And he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's another carry for Barkley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back-to-back carries here. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him one on the carry. It's going to be 4th down. They're out now, ready to punt it. Braden Mann will kick it away. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now here's Williams. No hesitation, and that one's caught. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They're going play action. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
And he'll get it up to the 27.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They're now set for 1st and 10. Williams set to pass. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Well, he grabbed whatever he could to make that tackle. Unfortunately, he got a whole lot of face masks, so add even more yards onto that play. They'll enjoy a 1st and 10 following the face mask penalty. Throwing off the play fake here. Hits his man on the out route. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Blitz is there, and he goes down. Working quickly here. 3rd and long for him here. That's incomplete left side.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Complete out to the right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears cut into the lead. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. one splits the uprights. And they're a point closer now on the scoreboard. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. First and 10 from the 41. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Set him back 5. It's first and 15 after the penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles nearing a win here with a 14-point lead. All right, here we go, second down. They give it to him again. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. Let's see what they went with on third down. Back to the well again. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This is a 48-yard look for him. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that makes this a 3-score game.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
And that's where they'll begin the drive following the return. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. First down, ball at the 36.
All right, now let's get in that end zone.
Williams will look to throw. Here's a throw on the out route, complete. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 46. Has his man, it's Swift. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. It's a gain of 4. And that's a Chicago first down. Here's Williams. Screen set up here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Allen on the catch. They'll take that kind of passing from the rookie out of USC. He gets him the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he makes it to the start of the red zone down at the 20. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. He's got it near the 8. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Williams to throw. And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. This close to 6. So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears lower the deficit they face. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And they're a point closer now on the scoreboard. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Eagles are able to recover. And that should just about do it for us here. Well, even with that kick, wasn't much chance of pulling off the late comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I think we can take the fork out and you know where to put it.
Yeah, they went out swinging. They did everything that they could do, but it just shows you in the NFL, premium for possessions. And when you stall out early and you dig yourself this kind of hole, awfully hard to come back and win.
New set of downs for him at the 38. And they'll kneel this one down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with the road win. And one last huge step has been taken, partner, as they claim that George Halas Trophy as NFC champions. And now just one step and one trophy remain. 2 weeks from now when they take the field in the Super Bowl. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Chicago.